together.
Oh, dude, that's just depressing and morose and sad.
For the rest of time. The end.
Yeah, I know this isn't the real ending, but just thinking about everything we've been through so far, and then this particular episode, the ending just seemed to hit really powerfully. Like, if you imagine the book we had just read and that was the ending, would this not make you go brew some tea, some coffee, whatever it is you drink, find a fireplace, whether it's yours or somebody else's, sit down beside it and just stare into it while they call the cops because you walked into their house for their fireplace? Even as the cops force you away, you would stare into the fireplace. This ending just sits with you like that. And now you're sitting in the jail cell because you broke into somebody's house, drank their coffee, and sat by the fireplace. That was good.
No, that can't be the ending. It simply can't.
I agree. That's a bad one. It's a good one, but it's a bad one.
I won't accept it, and I hope you won't either.
I like sad endings sometimes. We'll do it over.
There are more endings. More possibilities. I can feel it.
And let's go figure out what it is.
We are just going to have to sort through them all until we find the one that fits.
There's a lot of them. Let's see here. Aha! Look at this. Beginner's Guide to Hostile Interrogation. Okay, so that's when we had old Mr. Tolliver downstairs and let him go when he trapped us down there, so we don't have to do that anymore. What else did we get that's new? Nothing there. There. Aha! We have a flight. I am curious to go back to the clone, so let's go back to the other side of the tree and see what happens when we flight away from the clones. That music, though. This is the Stranger Things side of things.
Luca drew himself up and decided to take the only option they had left. Flight.
Let's do it!
He squinted down the barrel of the mission control defense cannon.
That has nothing useful in it.
An opening in the dense tree branches.
Okay. We have. What we've got. Oh.
He looked up with surprise as it struck true and taut.
Rollo is a genius. It's not an offensive weapon. It's a smart weapon. Wow, I can't believe that worked. Hey, Mr. Kerr. We'd love to hear your thoughts, but I'm afraid we have places to be. Come on, Iggy. See ya, jerks. Nice. You guys gonna watch them? Okay, never mind. I can't imagine it's that far away, but sure. Fine. We know where that leads them. This way. We'll take the tunnels. Okay.
Luca and Iggy winced as they sprinted through the thicket. The branches clawed at them, reluctant to give passage.
Yikes.
After
Ow.
what felt like a marathon, Luca stopped in his tracks as they reached the clearing. What the?
Oh.
That was all he was able to say before Iggy slammed into his back.
Okay.
The boys tumbled down a steep decline and crashed with a wheezing thud on a surface as hard as ice.
New area?
In fact, it was ice.
Time to figure out where the ice is coming from.
Chapter 5.
Tinkle.
Signs.
Okay.
They stood silently, catching their breath. The sky was like sapphire. With each breath, a plume of steam escaped from Luca's lungs. Let's keep moving. Luca pulled Iggy to his feet as they gazed across a snowy terrain.
Wasn't this cold and snow-like in the area we just left, but all right. Something definitely going on around here. That was actually pretty badass. Uh-huh. I think we lost them. We went really far. How far did that slingshot? Oh, right, they crashed down the hill afterwards. That's right. Are we up in the mountains? No, you crashed down a hill. It doesn't make sense that... No, not doing that. Y'all were already in the mountains or the forest. You shot a slingshot across the trees, slid down that, then slid down an embankment. How did you slide down into a mountain? I don't think so. If anything, we went down... Oh, never mind. Okay, they took it into account. Whew. Thank you, video game, for not video gaming. Love that. Then, what's up with the Winter Wonderland? All I know is, there's no going back the way we came. Let's see if we can get our bearings. Follow me. New area, y'all. New area to explore. Though, that area up there kind of looks like the area where you go to see Luca's dad.
A disc of smooth metal was lightly covered in snow. Two faint seams were visible along the surface.
Okay. A manhole cover? If it is, I've never seen one like it. Probably the tunnels. We should probably get away from there because they'll definitely pop up in this area. So let's keep it moving.
Luca? Luca, are you there?
Luca had almost forgotten the walkie-talkie he was carrying.
It's that bozo Kerr.
I hope nothing bad has happened to you out in those woods.
Luca looked at Iggy with hesitation.
No need to be rude.
With a resigned sigh, Luca responded.
It seems like the only dangerous thing in the woods is you.
He speaks. The young man of the... Wait a minute.
I'm sorry, I thought he was making fun of Rollo, Iggy was, but Iggy was actually saying that it's Mr. Kerr, the hyena guy. Completely wrong voice. I'm sorry I even disrespected Rollo's voice by using it for Mr. Kerr. Mr. Kerr's is more like...
He speaks. The young man of the hour. Now, how in tarnation did you end up with one of our radios?
Just lucky, I guess.
Boy, howdy. You Van Horns are full of surprises, aren't you?
Okay, why is he mentioning multiple Van Horns? What Van Horn has he interacted with? You know my parents?
I never had the honor of meeting your father, but your mom sure was a handful.
Luca winced, shoving the walkie-talkie back into his pocket.
Oh boy, that can be a good sentence. We gotta keep moving. Yeah, we'll ignore whatever comment he just made about his mom being a handful and now she's disappeared. So I'm gonna have to take back one of my earlier comments. I don't remember where I left it, but I'm pretty sure I said something about leaving a bed, about the mom being bad. Just forget that comment existed. I don't remember even writing that. I think somebody else wrote that. You can't prove that I wrote it, so we won't say that I wrote it. Somebody else wrote it. Clearly she's being trapped or held against her will or dead. One of the three.
Or still, so there is more than one. What's the readout? Sitting just above 258 Kelvin. And down a bit from last time. Can you report this to Mr. Carl? Nah. Still with them server ranges. Maybe sporadic. Depends on the control from now. Even small as much as Nickelodeon could cause a cascade. Dude, relax. There's a few more strikes to hit before you run out. Let's get it over with.
Okay. Something in this town is spreading. Some kind of ice spell, ice badness. Wait a minute. Is that the sign to Beacon Pines? What's all this? Hard to say with all this snow. I think it's a town sign. I can almost make out letters under there. What town could this even be? There couldn't be another town this deep into Weepwood. I'm looking at evidence to the contrary. Let's figure out what we're dealing with here. Step 1, snow's gotta go. I'll see what I can do. Yeah, I'm sure I can figure out how to remove snow because that's what the other guys in the hazmat suits are working on. So, you know, a 12-year-old should be able to figure it out. In situations such as these, I find it best to chuck stuff first and ask questions second. Oh, you're a Rollo type. All right, I don't have much to throw. Aha, snowball. I don't know how snowballs are gonna help us get rid of snow, but I'll try as soon as I figure out how to aim. Oh boy. Don't watch me, you're making me nervous. There we go. Oh, I guess it was just snow. I thought they meant like
in disbelief at the sign that now clearly read, "Welcome to Beacon Pines."
This doesn't make any sense. We're in Beacon Pines? How's that possible? We ran away from town. How do we get back here? I guess we got turned around. Where did all this snow come from? Well, it's been colder than normal lately. There's a pretty big difference between sweater weather and this Arctic hellscape. The puddle we fought at before, it was cold too. Maybe all of it leads to one source. You think it's related? What the hell is going on? Thank you, Iggy. Thank you for addressing the elephant in the room. That's what I want to know. That's probably what you want to know, unless you've already figured this game out, or if you played the game already before. Brian, looking at you. What the hell is going on? We're gonna get you some answers. Let's keep moving. I want some answers too. Get JLW some answers as well while you get Iggy answers. This town looks exactly like the one we just left. I mean, every detail is very similar. This stuff look familiar to you? It looks like the barrel near the puddle I shoved me into. Yeah. So what's happening to Iggy then? If it makes everything cold, it made Beck's hair cold. I mean, cool. I mean, gray. I mean, whatever it made it. But it turned Iggy into a whole monster.
The fencing glistened. Each chain link encapsulated with a translucent layer of ice.
Looks like the stuff they put up around Weepwood. The stuff who put up? I don't know. I mean, it's the same bridge, the same river, the lake. It's all frozen.
Looking down at the frozen stream, Luca could faintly see a school of minnows encased in the ice.
Oh, yikes. Whatever happened here, it happened fast. The fish didn't even have time to run. Or, you know, swim run. Yeah, it happened to you in the last chapter. Don't want to make that mistake twice. Same, buildings.
Footsteps trailing Luca went hush. He looked back to see Iggy's face twisted with confusion.
Everyone's gone. What? There's nothing here but more snow. There must be an explanation for all of this. We have to keep looking. You can look all you want. I quit. And it didn't take much. You took a few more steps after wanting to know some answers, then all of a sudden you quit. Iggy, we have to keep going. You don't get it, do you? This isn't one of your pathetic Hank Atomic stories. We aren't going to save the day. We aren't even going to save ourselves. My face is mangled. The town is destroyed, and everyone we've ever known is gone. We don't know that. You can't just quit. Do whatever you want. I'm done. Iggy, it's gonna be okay.
Luca peered upward at the darkening sky. He let out a long, foggy breath. Faintly, Iggy began to cry.
Yikes. I mean, Iggy is going through a lot, admittedly. His whole face did disform into whatever, and I don't know where his parents are. It seems like most of the parents in this town are either gone, missing, or don't care about the kids.
Seeing Iggy in such a pathetic state gave Luca a sense of compassion, and more than a little guilt.
And again, parents are dealing with bad harvest, and their whole economy is based off harvesting, so maybe they got just more things to worry about on their plate, so they kind of like kids. As long as they're outside making fun for themselves, who cares? It is getting pretty late, I think. Probably not a great idea to stumble around in the dark anyway.
Luca allowed himself to collapse next to
Oh,
Iggy.
y'all are going to pass out and not wake up. Way too cold to be doing it like this. Let's just rest for a bit.
The boys huddled together for warmth and comfort. If not for exhaustion, their minds would be racing, trying to make sense of the events of the day. As it was, all they had energy for was to sit in silence, numb.
Beautiful scene, though. Really good music, peaceful. The way the snow covered everything over, it's kind of calming. Yeah. I haven't had time to say it, but thanks. Huh? For getting us away from those creeps. I sort of froze up back there. Iggy, I should be the one apologizing. Luca, you gotta stop apologizing. You can't apologize to everybody. At some point, just accept the apology. This all happened because I lost my temper. Nah, that's bull hockey. First of all, you didn't know what that gunk would do. You didn't, right? Of course not. And second, stop with this baloney about losing your temper. But I did lose my temper.
Iggy motioned sarcastically to his half-deformed face.
Obviously. But that's exactly what you should have done. Huh? I was being a horse's ass. Okay, Iggy just turns out to have a heart of gold. All it took was his face getting deformed and then going to a frozen wasteland where everybody's dead. to reveal the real Iggy. As it should in most stories. Most assholes in your life, all you gotta do, deform half their face, then take them into a frozen wasteland where everybody's dead. That'll change them. You were supposed to be a horse's ass in response. That's how it works. Iggy, I'm having a hard time following. You wanted me to fight you? Of course! Jeez, you goody-goody types take forever to understand this very basic point. Why would you go around saying cruel things just trying to get into fights?
Iggy shrugged.
It's something to do. You're an asshole because you're bored? I wonder how many people relate to this. I wonder how many bullies out there are like, exactly, that's what I've been trying to say. I'm bored. All those years of therapist and therapy didn't need that. They were just bored. Just get them a hacky sack. They'd be good. Sometimes I just feel empty. You wouldn't understand. You and Rollo are always having a blast together. Laughing and calling that dinky little treehouse mission control.
Iggy now wept openly.
Oh, this got sad again. Perfect little Luca Van Horn. This perfect little life. My life is not perfect. In case you didn't notice, my mom's missing, my dad's dead, and my grandma blew up the town with ice. Everybody in town likes you. Not everybody. Hell, that new girl hasn't even unpacked yet, and she even already likes you. You have Tish.
He wiped his nose with a sleeve.
Sure, she says one word, but it's always enthusiastically, and she has your back, and she's bigger than all of us. I love Tish. Tish is great. But she ain't exactly the world's greatest conversationalist, you know?
Luca gave a warm chuckle.
Yep. I get that impression.
Iggy cleared his throat as he wiped his eyes.
Huh. It must be raining out here. Definitely.
Iggy arched into a wide yawn.
We should probably try to get some sleep. Yeah. Let's lay low for now. Tomorrow, we'll get to the bottom of all of this.
Luca's eyelids began to slowly drift shut.
Maybe not the best place to go to sleep, young children. Luca? Yeah? I always did want to see the inside of your dinky little treehouse. What do you think? Not bad. I'll give you the full tour when we get back. You know what?
That's all Luca could whisper before succumbing to sleep.
This better not be another bad ending.
Iggy snuggled in some more.
When it comes to worst days of my entire life, this one wasn't half bad. Okay, that's another sad moment. There's some really good sad moments in this game. That was beautiful.
The house smelled of warm bread. Luca was playing with toy blocks on the living room rug. He looked up to see his parents on the couch. His mother held his father's head in her lap. She idly stroked his hair while humming a song. A voice behind Luca spoke. "This is how you remember them, huh?" Luca turned to see his own face. The doppelganger from his dreams, still clad in a yellow hazmat suit, still carrying a look of disdain behind empty eyes.
I enjoy her voice so much that I don't even want to talk anymore. We're just gonna let her do her thing. I'm going to shut up.
Aww, look at this perfectly cozy scene. You know it wasn't really like this. The figure picked up a toy block and inspected it. It's amazing the facades that one can build given the right materials. Not that I blame us. These are a child's memories, all warm and fuzzy. You don't remember, do you? Lucas snatched the block from the figure's yellow-gloved hand. Remember what? The doppelganger pointed to the couch. The last day we saw him alive. The day he chose to abandon us. Luca turned to look at his father, still lounging on the couch. That's not true. He didn't abandon us. The doppelganger waved his hand dismissively. Everything is true here. It's just a matter of what we choose to see. Let me show you. The world flickered and pulsed. Luca was sitting next to his bed, listening to his heartbeat with one of his dad's stethoscopes. The doppelganger limped into the room. No, we both know that's not how this went. He grabbed Luca's hand and guided the stethoscope to the floor. Luca heard muffled shouting, brought close by the stethoscope. It was his parents, fighting. Do you remember what we did next? Luca gave a slow nod and crept down the hall to peek through the banister. He could see the outline of his mother at the bottom of the stairs. Damn it, Walt. We can't afford to get involved in this. She was scared. His father stepped forward. What am I supposed to do? Just watch? There's a sickness in this town, and we both know who's behind it. I swore an oath to help people. I won't turn my back on them. Luca's mother grabbed Walt. She was crying, pleading. I can't lose you. Walt calmly removed Eleanor's hand from his shoulder. What's right is right, and what's wrong is wrong. I could never live with myself if I let Sharper get away with this. Eleanor raised her voice. Spare me your bullshit platitudes. What about our son? Luca flinched, dropping the stethoscope down the stairs. Walt turned with a panicked smile. Luca, is that you, buddy? With tears in his eyes, Luca descended the stairs. Mom? Dad? What's going on? Walt dropped to a knee to meet Luca eye to eye. Nothing, buckaroo. Your mom and I just got a little overexcited is all. Luca placed the stethoscope against his father's chest. His heart was racing. It sounded like you were going somewhere? Walt gently removed the device from Luca's ears. Listen to me, Luca. I have some business to take care of. I'll be back in time to tuck you in. Luca hugged his father tightly. Promise? Walt stood up and walked to the door. He glanced over his shoulder. I promise. With a wink and a grin, he put on his hat and strode out into the evening sun.
Well, that's sad. But at least we know he didn't die of whatever they said he died of.
Soundlessly from the foggy snowfall.
Who is that?
It stood above them, lingering in contemplation.
Above?
Slowly raising one hand above Iggy, it snapped out 2 brisk raps on his head.
Okay. Ow.
From a deep slumber, Iggy sprang up defensively.
Get your hands off me!
Whether it was the calming presence or the recognition that he was not in danger, Iggy felt his clenched fists lower.
Okay, so who is this? How is there another person? So many people in this town. Just what do you think you're doing?
Luca looked up, gradually remembering his whereabouts. The figure exhaled a cloud of warm vapor.
You two certainly have caused a lot of commotion.
What's that supposed to mean? Take it easy, Iggy. We were asleep minding our own business. You're the one running around knocking on people's heads.
I'm sorry if I hurt you, Iggy.
You didn't hurt anybody. You didn't hurt nobody.
Anybody.
Huh? Oh, I see. You think you're better than me. You...
When it came to complete strangers, Iggy had trouble cobbling together an insult.
You big-headed, scarfy-necked furball!
Mm-hmm.
Ain't nothing worse than you coming up with an insult, you fling it at them, and they come back with the, that pity, You did your best, buddy. Okay, let's lower the temperature a bit here.
Interesting choice of words.
I mean, let's just all calm down. Who are you?
A friend. An observer. A hitchhiker on the infinite expanse of possibility.
Great. How about a name?
If you must call me something, you can call me Nat.
Iggy huffed with gratification.
How about you make like a gnat and buzz off?
Very well.
Nat began to turn away indifferently.
Who is Nat? What is Nat? What's Nat's whole MO? Wait! Do you live here?
You might say that.
So you know where we are?
You might also say that.
Look, pal, we just want to find a safe way out of here. You gonna help us or not?
Before knowing how to leave, one must know where they are.
All right, that does it. Luca, I don't know about you, but I'm getting out of here, one way or another.
Iggy turned sharply and began to stomp off.
Stomp, 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 stomp. Enough with the riddles. Iggy, wait up.
Realizing he'd worn their patience then, Nat relented.
He's like, all right, I gotta chill out. I haven't talked to anybody in a lot of time, so I had to get that out of my system.
Very well. I suppose this isn't the time for metaphors. I'll show you how to get back home.
Luca and Iggy turned around with hope in their eyes.
Come here.
Nat took a deep breath in.
Close your eyes.
Nat exhaled slowly, then snapped his fingers.
What?
Okay. Open them.
For a brief moment, Luca and Iggy let themselves believe that some great magic was about to unfold. Until they opened their eyes and found themselves in the exact same place.
Hey, I'm glad, because I was about to say, what the hell is going on? Are they talking to angels now?
Cold and disheartened.
This is your home. This is Beacon Pines.
Look, Nat, we don't know how we got here. Maybe we stumbled through some time travel gate in Weepwood, or we teleported to some alternate universe, or this is all just some cruel experiment by Kerr and his goons. But this is not our home.
You're inching closer to the truth. Alas, reality is much less fanciful.
Just give it to us straight.
So be it. As I said, this is Beacon Pines. The original, true Beacon Pines. We both grew up here. But the town you've called your home for the past several years is a replica. A remarkable achievement of engineering, to be fair, but a replica nonetheless.
That's impossible. It's too much work. You need a whole town to replicate a whole town.
Indeed, to pull off such a feat would require immense labor power. That which could be moved would be moved. That which could not would require a precise duplicate.
Who would have noticed? Someone would have noticed.
You'd think so. Unless the auditing was impeccable. A mind-numbing attention to detail. As for the innumerable trivialities which complete the tapestry, well, you can leave that to this miraculous thing we call a brain. It has a real aversion to discontinuity.
No. Try again. It has a real aversion to discontinuity. Nope, that still ain't it. It has a real aversion to discontinuity. Discontinuity. I got it. Here we go.
It has a real aversion to discontinuity. It sucks. It doesn't like things that suck. It tries to fix it itself. A revulsion, even. The brain has a wonderful way of smoothing out the rough edges, keeping us sane.
Luca and Iggy looked around uncomfortably.
So you're saying that someone made an entire new town and moved us all and no one noticed?
Precisely.
So is Nat from the old town? Like, what's Nat's deal? But why?
Why is this one question that can never be answered with certainty? The best one can do to uncover...
Nat narrowed his eyes, furrowed his brow, and uttered,
the source.
Why'd you say
The source.
like that?
Why indeed?
Luca began to laugh uncomfortably.
It's all ridiculous. There's no way they could.
He looked down at his feet. His eyes started back and forth in contemplation. With a sudden pain, a thought struck him.
If this really is home.
He sprinted off into the pale distance.
Oh boy.
As Iggy turned to follow, Nat called out,
Iggy? It's not too late to turn back. Simply head west through Weepwood.
Okay, that was my Alexa that just went off because her name
Chapter
is
6.
Diggy. And that creeped me the hell out. Probably didn't hear it. Or maybe you did. I don't know. Chapter 6. What did it... Wait. Why did Nat tell Iggy that it's not too late to turn back, but not tell Luca that? Is it too late for Luca? Why is it too late for Luca? What's wrong with Luca? What's going on, Mr. Van Horn?
The source.
The source, again.
Nat expressed his sympathy with a shrug and sauntered off as unassumingly as he'd arrived.
Who is Nat, though? Who the hell is Nat? Was Nat part of the original town and just stayed there? Why is Nat the only one that seems to remember what happened in the original town? Maybe Nat was a newspaper person. But then why wouldn't Nat go to the town and tell them, hey, this isn't your town? Why did he choose to stay in the town?
He'd given Luca and Iggy what they needed, and nothing more. As Luca sprinted across the snow, the events of the past few days became clearer, pieces to a larger puzzle. Rollo said he was underground somewhere,
Right.
captured.
Right?
Mr. Kerr tried to cover it up with lies.
Right?
The clipboards were hell-bent on capturing Iggy.
Right?
It all seemed to point to perennial harvest.
For sure.
But right now, there was one thing that Luca needed to know.
I'd love to know what he's going to head towards. The grave? His father's grave is the only thing I could think.
Stopped
Oh.
dead in his tracks. The tree was gone, uprooted and moved, leaving a raw gash in the earth. He dropped to his knees and dug wildly at the cold snow.
Jeez.
His numb hands hit something hard.
Ow.
A headstone. A dry whisper escaped Luca's lips.
You're here. All this time, I thought I was visiting you. Oh, well, now this is just really sad. Okay, yeah. Or maybe he got lucky and they moved his dad's body. That's not lucky, huh? But you've been here, alone, in the snow. Dad, I'm so sorry. They ruined your favorite spot in the world. Our favorite spot in the world. Dad, what do I do?
There was no reply, just snow-covered silence.
Also, what happened to his dad? Why'd you give me the slip like that? What if I couldn't find you, you jerk?
Iggy finally noticed the tears welling in Luca's eyes and the snow-covered grave.
Oh. Iggy, they stole his tree, Iggy. Yikes.
Suddenly, they heard the crunch of approaching footsteps in the snow.
Oh, is it a lot of them? Because if it's a lot of them, it's not a friend. Doesn't sound like a lot. We gotta hide.
259K. Fall off distance still could. Dude, did you hear me? I said 259. Alright. You ever think about what we did here? We saved the whole town of people. Doesn't feel like it sometimes. What about everything we left behind? That's a brave for someone with a family. The people who love them will never know the truth.
The truth is overrated.
He bent down to scoop up a snowball and lobbed it playfully.
Yeah, because this is the moment to play. Sure. Time and a place, my man.
Hey. I'm such a downer, dude. We took this job to change the world. Yeah. Come on. Almost lunchtime.
Okay, so I'm starting to feel like the mayor has to be in on the secret. Maybe that's why he's such a downer and looks like such a downer, and that's why he talks about not wanting to be the mayor and things like that, because he knows what happened in this town. Also, the heiress borrowed that suit from the mayor. So the mayor, I would assume, would know what those suits were naturally being used for, or why they existed in the first place, which was to check on the spread of this terrible, terrible condition of snow. So the mayor may be in on it. Not in on it, but at least knows the situation.
Weirdo.
Probably the entire Valentine family knows the situation, right? Because I'm assuming they were responsible for this original mess. Here I thought I was a jerk. These dinguses are out here literally dancing on graves.
Luca stuttered through heaving sobs.
I've got no energy to do heaving sobs, so I'm just gonna do, I thought I was visiting him. I thought he was with me. Not gonna lie. That's a bad break. Here's some advice.
Iggy gave Luca a solid smack on the back of his head.
Solid advice. Hey! Who's any of this helping? What? Sitting here in the snow, crying like some pushover. Who you helping? Iggy, look what they did. They lied to everyone. Blah, blah, blah. Luca Van Horn, you're a lot of things, but you ain't no pushover. What did I tell you before? When some jerk comes at you, acting like a horse's ass, I should stand up for myself? Hell yeah! Karen and his merry little band of clipboards pulled off this switcheroo for a reason, right? That mentions something about a source.
Luca wiped his eyes with a sleeve.
Whatever's at the source must be awfully valuable to Perennial Harvest. Sure would be a shame if something unfortunate were to happen to their precious source, wouldn't it? What do you have in mind? If it's small enough to steal, we snatch it. If it's too big to snatch, we smash it. And what if it's too big to smash?
Iggy flashed a mischievous smile and cracked his knuckles.
I'm always up for a challenge. All right, Iggy's kind of growing on me too. Iggy's got a fun personality. It's mischievous and it's kind of an asshole, but it's fun. I'm gonna make this right, Dad. I promise. Let's do this. Locate the source. We can do that. It's probably back down here and then maybe to the right. And then, here we go.
It can get awful cold out there in those woods, Luca. Probably best you two stay put and conserve your energy. Help's on the way.
Where's Rollo? Where's my mom? Did you kill her?
Oh, heavens no. Do I seem like a killer to you?
In one chapter, very much so. Yeah, no, yeah, definitely.
Iggy and Luca shared a skeptical look.
Well, do I? Aw, shucks. Now that hurts my feelings.
Screw that guy. Wait a minute. It's still very interesting that they're able to move an entire town, like replicate an entire town, and then just kind of push everybody that way, and nobody noticed that this wasn't the same town. If you were gonna do that, I mean, honestly, telling people would have been easier. Like, hey, guys, this town, we effed it up. I know, our fault. Y'all told us not to put this stuff on the ground. We did it anyway. We thought it would help. It didn't help. By the way, we gotta leave. Wait a minute. If this is the original town, then that means...
Iggy darted behind a large pine and began digging furiously. He emerged holding a shoebox with a crude skull painted on its lid.
Subtle. What's that? long story. So a few years back, I, came into possession of some premium grade fireworks. Not the wimpy firecracker stuff they give kids. The good stuff. So, why did you bury it under a tree? That's the long part of the story. You and Rollo were doing chores at Rollo's chicken coop, and you guys pissed me off for some reason or no. We're about to find out about the flaming chicken coop.
Luca rolled his eyes with realization.
No, you didn't.
Iggy stifled a chuckle.
Yeah. I just wanted to give you guys a little scare. But like I said, these were some primo fireworks. So I might have underestimated things. You blew up the chicken coop? I prefer to think of it as incendiary redecoration. Sorry, but you should have seen the looks on your faces. Rollo got grounded for months. Which is why I needed to stash the evidence and lay low. So I buried him under that tree. Iggy got an ass whooping coming. I'm just saying that right now. Iggy could be 45 years old. I could be 50 something. If I saw Iggy and then found out that for that brief period of time, that itty little tiny bit of time when I was 12 and I got grounded for 6 months for something I didn't even do, and then he told me that, you getting that ass whooping at 45. I don't know, you'd be 72, you getting that ass whooping. That's 6 months that I don't get back from being 12. That's a lot of months in 12-year-old age. But when I came back for them later, they were gone, because we moved towns. I figured some grown-up found them and tossed them.
Iggy triumphantly raised the shoebox.
Turns out, it wasn't the fireworks that got moved. It was us. Unbelievable. Well, now that we got the fireworks, where do you want to use them on? I haven't seen anything to blow up, but I'm game to try anything.
Do you think this is a game? Newsflash, boyo. You're not a hero. You're a little brat who's in way over his head.
A hero is just someone who refuses to give up.
Comics these days are rotting children's brains. Everyone thinks they're a spaceman superhero.
I was always partial to Hank Atomic myself.
Is that so? Do you really think you have a chance against us? You have no idea how powerful we are.
Prepare for blast off, loser. I told you that face was trouble. I told you right now, that is the face of a kid who don't like being told what to do. Especially by villains who possibly kidnapped his mother and murdered his father. Whoa. Center of town has a big old hole. I'm guessing that could quite possibly be the source.
Luca and Iggy inched up to the edge of the hole with bewilderment in their eyes. Arctic air breathed out of the cavern in heaving gusts.
Should we just jump in? Echo! 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 Whoa! I can see why they wanted to move us all out of town now. But why would they dig a giant hole? I think this is it. This is the source? It's a dang hole. How do we smash a hole? You said you like a challenge. Challenge presented. Where are your clones at? Oh, it's much more than that, my annoying little friend. Kerr, where's Rollo? I wasn't lying before. He's safe. Well, safer than you two at least. Rats, it's cold. You just had to drag me all the way out here, didn't you?
Mr. Kerr gazed down the abyss in contemplation.
It really is something, isn't it? What did you do to our town? What is all of this? Well, that's a doozy of a question. This is the source, where they collect the unrefined,
Kerr scratched the back of his head.
Honestly, boys, I don't understand any of this well enough to explain it. Fact of the matter is, I'm not paid to know. What do you mean you don't know? Ain't you in charge? Oh, heavens no. My role is merely to flash a winning smile and manage various complications. Complications like us? You are a smart boy.
His face contorted into a saccharine grin.
Ooh, that's a big word, saccharine. I don't have my dictionary beside me, but I'm gonna guess that that means... creepy and evil. Yeah. It really is nothing personal. Some people are destined to strive for greatness, and others are simply obstacles along the way. Seems like you were destined to be a creepy lackey. That's what I'm thinking, Iggy. That's exactly why he's got a saccharine grin, right? Creepy and ugly. The point is that we all play our part in life. Mine just happened to be a lead in the role of a lifetime. And you happen to be extras, ready for your curtain call. We aren't giving up without a fight. Your smile's not gonna be so winning after we're done with you. These kids are bold, man. They give no damn that this is an adult at all. They about to jack him up, or at least have the attitude like they are. Now, boys, there's no need for melodrama. Also, I'm just gonna hazard a guess. If Rollo is safe at home, but it wasn't the home that we found him at, he must be safe at the home of the other town. This town. He's here, in his own home, that we've never been to. I'm assuming, right? That makes sense. It makes even a professional, such as myself, embarrassed for you. Let's change the mood a bit.
Kerr snapped his fingers.
Scene change. Ah, there they are. There's our old friends. Hey, guys. Oh, you're not here to help, huh? There, that's better. Deal with them.
Iggy turned to Luca with a sly glance.
Why are you smirking? Because I have a box full of fireworks and you don't.
Iggy waved the box into the air, threatening to drop it down the hole.
I don't know about that one, Iggy. We haven't tested this theory out. We didn't talk about this. Why are you just gonna drop fireworks in there? This could go really bad. I don't want to freeze flash again. Stop. Let's not do something regrettable. Joke's on you. Regret is one of my specialties. Out of curiosity, what would happen if I threw these in your precious hole? Nothing. Nothing at all. You're a terrible liar. I'll have you know, I'm an exceptional liar. Right, that'll help you in this moment. But. That's far enough.
Iggy plucked a single bottle rocket from the box and held it up with reverence.
Come on, Iggy. Let's make it hot in here. Or cold, I guess. Stop, you fool. Call off your goons.
After a long pause, Mr. Kerr flung up his hand with frustration.
Very well. You can all head back for the night. It's been a long day. I'll handle these two from here. Okay, yeah, sure.
Mr. Kerr sighed into the frigid air.
It's just us now, Iggy. You can put that down. What? Like this?
With a nonchalant flick, Iggy tossed the firework into the hole.
Yeah, he's kind of an asshole. I meant to tell you. Now we're all gonna freeze flash. Wait for it. Wait for it. Whoa! Look at his face! Yeah! Yeah, he looks terrified! What's happened? Whoa!
With a growl, Kerr leapt at Iggy, crashing through Luca.
Oh, okay. Oh! Oh! Oh!
Iggy tried to twist away, but in the struggle, they both tumbled over the side.
Oh boy, that's not good.
Luca dove forward, bracing Iggy's hand just before it slipped.
Oh no! No! Okay, we got it. We got it. We got it.
His grip was made precarious by the cold, wet snow.
This is a strong kid. Both of them, really strong kids.
He could see Kerr further down, clinging to Iggy's coat.
This isn't good. You reckless child! What have you done? Luca, listen to me. Hold on tight and use the walkie-talkie to call them back. How, what channel do I use? It doesn't make a damn difference, they're always listening! If you do that, the clipboards will just haul us up and snag us both. The only way you get out of this is if Kerr's out of the picture. Just let go and save yourself. If he lets go, we both die. I don't want to die, but seeing the look on your face is almost worth it. Mr. Kerr, you've had a long life. Why don't you actually do something selfless and just let go?
Mr. Kerr gasped with insult.
I don't think no one knows. He looked like he middle-aged. I don't think no middle-aged is just gonna let go to drop into an abyss. Unless they're a good person. Kerr is not one of those people. Long life! I'll have you know, I can still play 25! You should have heard me sing the part of Phileas Young.
With a wild look in his eye, Mr. Kerr began to hum a proud melody.
Ba-dum, dum, ba-dum, dump, dump. Wow, can you believe this guy? Just like make him believe that he's doing something like in a play that would be like, I don't know, standing ovation worthy, and he would totally just drop by himself.
Luca's hand began to cramp. His voice began to crack.
Also, I'm starting to wonder if maybe Nat saw this coming. Nat may not be human because he did say to Iggy, it's not too late to turn back. So maybe he foresaw what was gonna happen to Iggy and was trying to warn him that you should just go to the new town and live. That's weird. What the heck was Nat? Kerr, just let go. No can do. If you want to save your friend, you'll have to save me too. Luca, look at me. It's okay.
Luca felt Iggy loosen his grasp.
Oh, this is really sad. Man, there are a lot of sad endings in this. Brian, what are you doing to us, man? What the hell are you doing? This is sad. You aren't going to kill your friend like that, are you?
Every muscle in Luca's body burned.
Oh boy. I'm not his friend. Yes, you are. Nah. I'm just a no-good bully. Like you, Kerr. Iggy, no.
Luca felt his hand slipping.
And I told you what you need to do with bullies. I can't. It's your only way out of this mess. Two birds with one stone. It makes sense for us all to fall together. Wackadoos travel in packs.
A calm settled over Iggy's face.
Luca, let me do this.
Iggy's voice was colder than the bitter air billowing from the chasm.
Let me do the right thing for once. Okay. This means there is an option to eventually save Iggy. I'm very confused about which one we start with, y'all. I think we gotta go back to the coin, the unlucky coin, because I don't know what the true answer is. Heads, we accept. Tails, we refuse. I leave it up to you. I'm gonna go pick up, see where it landed. You ready for this? Tails. We refuse, except it's an unlucky coin.
Luca had no choice but to accept Iggy's request. With a quiet blink, Luca watched a teardrop sail down into the howling void. As his fingers slowly gave up, he met eyes with Iggy.
Good. Maybe it's not
The
death.
two silhouettes were swallowed by darkness.
We don't know what's down there. It could be like a cool pool that transforms them into giant monsters, and Godzilla's gonna show up later on. That's gonna be the epilogue. Why are fireworks shooting off down there? Does it multiply you? Is it about to shoot up a bunch of Kerrs and Iggies? Oh no, Iggy just shot him off as he was falling. Hell of a goodbye, Iggy.
Luca, you should really step back.
What? Why weren't you here earlier? Did you watch this whole thing and not come help?
Quickly. Curious. Ah. But of course, those fireworks of Iggy's must have been just the right amount of energy. We should get out of here before perennial harvest arrives.
Not until you tell me what just happened.
Your friend's sacrifice just saved this town. For a little while, anyway.
How?
Tempest liquamine is a peculiar substance. It can change the relationship between matter and time itself. But doing so requires unfathomable energy. In a closed system, that energy can only come from its surroundings. A useful side product of this property being, by adding precisely the correct amount of energy to it, one can create a cryogenic cascade.
So, the gunk makes things cold and the fireworks made the hole freeze over?
That's one way of putting it. Yes. As dumb luck would have it, the fireworks weren't strong enough to generate a runaway reaction. I shudder to think what would have happened in that case.
We have some idea what that would look like.
Oh, yeah. No, not even some. A lot of idea. I know exactly what that looks like. It go boom, and then we all go, huh?
It will take them a good while to safely break through and access the source again.
If you know all this stuff, why haven't you been helping? Like when my friend was hanging from my hand and I was gonna fall in with them soon. Also, okay, kind of get what's going on here with this property, this Tempest Liquamine, whatever. Right amount of energy makes things go frozen. Gunk makes it freeze things, and fireworks make it crystallize things. What is it that Perennial Harvest is digging this up for? What is it that they want from this?
I have been. In my own way. Each one of us has our role to play. Iggy's role, it turns out, was to buy us precious time. Mine has been to observe and wait.
Wait for what?
You.
Me? What? What's my role?
A fierce twinkle flashed in Nat's eyes.
That's not a good thing.
Luca Van Horn. You are going to save the world.
Who the heck is Nat?
With a chuckle, Nat turned and walked west. Dumbfounded, Luca followed behind him, trudging through the snow.
So that's it for Iggy?
Every step taking him further away from everyone and everything he knew, and closer to destiny. To be continued in Beacon Pines, Pines Harder.
Hey, I want to thank everybody for watching this. I was your host, JLW. Oh, this was a lot of fun, Brian. Good job, man. I really enjoyed this game. That was a lot of... I think I'm going to stick with the ending when everybody froze over. That was really good. What? Beacon Pines 2, Pines Heart. Get the... Okay, so it's not the worst title. No, it's actually pretty bad. It's a pretty bad title, but something tells me that it was meant to be a pretty bad title, so we're going to ignore that.
Revenge served cold.
I love it. I love everything about it. I can't wait to play Beacon Pines 2, Pines Heart, Revenge Served Cold.
Second time's a charm?
I can't. I can't wait to dive into Beacon Pines 2, Pines Harder, Revenge Served Cold, second time's a charm.
Wait, that's it? This ends with a crummy cliffhanger just when it was getting good?
Yes, but the promise of a much better sequel in Pines Harder 2, that's what we're missing. You gotta focus on the good, narrator.
I was even starting to like Iggy.
Me too, weirdly.
No way. I refuse to be associated with some never-ending parade of sequels.
Too late.
Let's go back and find something more definitive.
Kind of like where we were at, though. Okay, all right, so that's the end of that branch. That's a pretty good branch. Well, we know we can go back and we can refuse his offer, so I'm glad that the final offer of letting him die isn't what they wanted to end on. But there's also some other branches that we need to explore. Actually, just one other branch, and it's this one. We're gonna do this the hard way.